Hello and welcome to Oweleketv News. I am Confidence Oko.
And I am Queen Agaba.
And now the news headlines. Banditry emerges as the most severe security threat to Nigeria. New NNP faction launches probe into Kwankwaso's alleged misappropriation of 1 billion naira nomination funds. Federal government assures no credit loss during prepaid meter upgrade. And in sports, Jordan, Orban and Boniface and call up for Super Eagles showdown against Sao Tome.
Welcome back. Now the news in details. In the recent local council election held in Edo State, the Edo State Independent Electoral Commission has officially declared Tom Obaseki, brother of Governor Godwin Obaseki, along with 17 other PDP candidates as the winners in all 18 chairmanship seats. EDS IEC Chairman Justice James Oyomire, retired, announced the PDP candidates as winners, citing their highest number of valid votes. Initially, 7 political parties were registered to participate in the election, but on the eve of the poll, 4 parties, including the Action Alliance, Allied People's Movement, Accord, and African Democratic Congress withdrew their candidacies and drew their support behind the PDP. Consequently, the contest for the 18 local government chairmanship seats and 192 councillor positions narrowed down to a competition between the PDP, APC, and the Labour Party. Certificates of return were subsequently presented to the elected chairman and vice chairman by the EDSIEC chairman. Governor Obaseki expressed satisfaction with the PDP's performance in the local government election, emphasizing that it demonstrated the party's strong presence in the state, reflecting the majority's will. However, the APC state chairman, Colonel David Imuse, retired, decried the election as a scam and called for a review of the results. On the other hand, an LP chieftain in the state, Dr. Ogogo Okundaye, condemned the election as not only fraudulent but a violation of democratic principles. Okundaye criticized the violence and injuries sustained by LP members during the election, urging party members to remain peaceful and law-abiding. He also called on security agencies to investigate and apprehend individuals in possession of weapons used in the attacks on LP members and their agents. As of the time of this report, the result for Oredo local government won by Obaseki had not been released.
The federal government under the Ministry of Solid Minerals is initiating the creation of a state-backed entity known as the Solid Minerals Corporation. This corporation aims to oversee the management of the country's mineral resources and address the critical issue of funding within the mining sector. The announcement was made in a statement released on Sunday by the ministry's Deputy Director of Press, Alaba Balogun. Mr. Dele Alake, the Minister of Solid Minerals, expressed concerns over the lack of access to funding for mining operators during the unveiling of the agenda for the transformation of the solid minerals for international competitiveness and domestic prosperity in Abuja. The minister emphasized the strategic importance of the new corporation in revitalizing the mining sector. According to the statement, the Solid Minerals Corporation will establish subsidiary companies specializing in 7 priority areas requiring immediate intervention: gold, coal, limestone, bitumen, lead, iron ore, and barite. The minister also mentioned plans to review existing entities like the National Iron Ore Company and the Bitumen Concessioning Program. In addition to these measures, Minister Alake issued a 30-day ultimatum to individuals involved in illegal mining extraction, urging them to join recognized mining cooperatives or face legal consequences. He also disclosed plans to establish a surveillance task force comprising law enforcement officers and other relevant agencies to enhance security at mining sites across the country. The minister expressed bewilderment that a nation rich in valuable minerals such as gold, bitumen, lithium, and uranium has not effectively harnessed these resources for the benefit of its citizens, Earlier in August, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, Dr. Mary Ogbe, raised concerns about illegal mining activities disrupting Nigeria's $700 billion mining industry. She highlighted the issue of exporting these minerals at low prices without adding value to them.
In a recent announcement on Sunday, the federal government clarified that the upcoming electricity meter upgrade process to be implemented by power distribution companies will not impact the credit unit balance in the meters. This assurance was made in a statement issued in Abuja by the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency. NEMSA emphasized its commitment to ensuring that all electricity meters and instruments deployed in the sector meet the required standards. Mr. Tahi, speaking on behalf of NEMSA, addressed the matter of the standard transfer specification for the upgrade of prepaid meters through token identifier rollover, a process set to begin implementation by Nigerian power distributors. Last week, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission advised prepaid meter users to complete the meter upgrade before November of next year to avoid losing their meters. Tahi clarified that to prevent issues with the token identifier rollover, all meters would need key change tokens with the rollover bit properly configured. These key change tokens will be provided by the distribution companies. Additionally, he noted that prepaid meter end users would play a crucial role in the final step of the process, which involves the TID rollover key change procedure, which will require the entry of a specific pair of tokens known as a key change token into the prepaid meter, completing the software update for the meter. Let's go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
Experience the acceleration of Oweleketv. Get the latest news from the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry to the pulse-pounding realm of sports. We provide accurate and up-to-date information, exclusive interviews with top political analysts that will leave you craving more. Our team of professionals delivers captivating contents from Nigeria and beyond. Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleket.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back from the break. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana SAN has called for the immediate release of Abdul Rashid Bawa, the detained chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Falana, in a statement released in Lagos, asserted that Bawa's remand order had expired, rendering the DSS without any legal basis for his continued detention. He emphasized that since Abdul Rashid Bawa had not been charged with any criminal offense, the State Security Service should have already released him from custody. Falana pointed out that Bawa's detention was supposedly based on a remand order issued by a magistrate court in the Federal Capital Territory. However, he argued that this remand order had become invalid and illegal because no magistrate has the authority to detain a criminal suspect for 67 days without trial, as stipulated by the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 and the Constitution of Nigeria. According to the Act, the maximum duration for a remand order is 56 days. Consequently, the State Security Service should be instructed to release Abdul Rashid Bawa from unlawful custody without further delay. Falana also urged the federal government to ensure that the rights of both Emefiele and Bawa are respected by the State Security Service and the Director of Public Prosecution in the Federal Ministry of Justice. He emphasized that the government, which operates under the rule of law, should not violate citizens' fundamental rights except as prescribed by the Constitution of Nigeria. Abdul Rashid Bawa has been held in DSS custody in Abuja for exactly 67 days, starting from the 14th of June 2023, as part of an investigation into alleged financial impropriety during his tenure as EFCC chairman.
And in a recent development, the newly formed faction of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, led by Major Agbo, has declared its intention to conduct an investigation into Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, the party's presidential candidate, and some of his loyal supporters. The investigation is centered on allegations of misappropriation of funds exceeding 1 billion naira, which were generated from the sale of nomination forms within the party. Additionally, the faction has accused the prominent NNPP member Buba Galadima of displaying favoritism and imposing specific party candidates over other aspiring members. These allegations were articulated in a statement issued on Sunday by Abdulsalam Abdulrazak, the National Publicity Secretary of the NNPP faction. Following a meeting held at the Abuja National Secretariat, Abdulrazak further confirmed that the faction has chosen to withdraw from the previously established Memorandum of Understanding it had signed with the Kwankwaso movement and the National Movement. The faction argues that the principles of these two groups primarily serves the interest of their sole proprietor and do not align with the party's commitment to inclusivity and broader policy goals.
In a recent report released by the International Committee of the Red Cross, the escalating wave of banditry in the northwest and north-central regions of Nigeria has been branded as the country's most pressing security menace. This revelation comes as bandits continue to tighten their grip on the northwest, plunging the region into a state of turmoil. The report, titled "The Question of Definition: Armed Banditry in Nigeria's Northwest in the Context of International Humanitarian Law," underscores the dire situation in both the Northeast and the Northwest, which are now teetering on the brink due to a combination of banditry and terrorism. The report asserts that the number of fatalities resulting from bandit activities has at times eclipsed those attributed to the notorious Boko Haram terrorist group. While Boko Haram has been responsible for approximately 350,000 deaths and the displacement of millions, bandits have inflicted an equally devastating toll on the affected regions. Furthermore, the report highlights the alarming fact that banditry remains the foremost threat to Nigeria, driving the nation into its most severe humanitarian crisis in decades. Oladele Fajana, a security expert, says he believes the reports because we have a larger population in the northwest and north central, so there is no point doubting the humanitarian issue. Another security expert, Timothy Avele, says Boko Haram was concentrated in particular zones, but banditry is spreading nationwide and it's a big business. The government, through the security agencies, must double their efforts now before it is too late.
And in sports, in preparation for their upcoming final game in the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against Sao Tome and Principe on Sunday, September the 10th, Super Eagles head coach Jose Pesero has called up 3 new players to the national team. The players receiving their first international call-ups are the Jendo of Gift Urban and Jordan Torinariga, along with Bundesliga rising star Victor Boniface. The Nigerian national team will face Sao Tome and Principe's Falcons and True Parrots in the 6th match day of the AFCON qualifiers at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja on Sunday. Urban, who plays for Gen, has had a remarkable start to the new season, scoring 6 goals in 9 appearances for his Belgian club. Toronariga, his club teammate who plays as a centre-back, has also been in excellent form, contributing a goal and an assist in 10 games. Boniface, who recently joined Bayer Leverkusen from Royal Union St. Gilloise, had an impressive season, scoring 5 goals in 4 games and providing 2 assists.
And now on what's happening in the foreign space. Deepening divisions over Russia's Ukraine conflict threaten progress on global issues at G20 summit. Increasingly entrenched divisions over Russia's Ukraine conflict pose a risk to the progress on critical global issues like food security, debt problems, and international collaboration on climate change as leaders of the world's most influential nations gather in New Delhi this weekend. The hardening stance on the war has hindered any consensus even on a single communique at approximately 20 ministerial meetings held during India's G20 presidency this year. This leaves the resolution of these issues to the leaders themselves, should they find a way forward. China will be represented by Premier Li Qiang rather than President Xi Jinping, and Russia has confirmed President Vladimir Putin's absence, indicating that neither nation is likely to support or join any potential consensus. Consequently, the two-day summit scheduled for September 9th is expected to be predominantly attended by Western leaders and their allies. Among the G20 leaders in attendance will be U.S. President Joe Biden, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, French President Emmanuel Macron, Saudi Arabia's Mohammed bin Salman, and Japan's Fumio Kishida. And now we'll be joining Hadiza Galadima for entertainment tidbits.
Thank you, Confidence, and welcome to Entertainment Tidbits. Rejoice Uweze, a member of the Destiny's Kids Gospel Music Group, and her spouse have welcomed their first child, eliciting congratulatory messages. The gospel singer shared this delightful announcement on her Instagram page on Sunday, along with pictures from her maternity shoot. In her announcement, Rejoice Uweze revealed that they have now embarked on the journey from being a married couple to becoming parents, expressing her unwavering faith in God's faithfulness. Talent manager Prince Theophilus offers advice to emerging artists, cautioning them against signing with Starboy, 30BG, or Spaceship record labels. According to Theophilus, these record labels, owned by Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy respectively, have already achieved significant success and are at the pinnacle of their careers. He asserts that these established artists may not have the bandwidth to mentor and nurture young talents signed to their labels. The talent manager highlights an example where an artist signed by Davido after the release of his Timeless album appears to have disappeared from the scene. He emphasizes that joining these three record labels, Starboy, 30BG, and Spaceship, is akin to being signed under larger-than-life talent, potentially making it challenging for emerging artists to thrive in their careers. Theophilus reiterates his advice, emphasizing that up-and-coming artists should stay clear of record labels that may not have the time and resources to foster their talents. I am Hadiza Galadima. Join me again tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Hadiza. And that's it on Oweleketv News. Please do follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to get top stories as they drop. Our website is oweleket.tv. I am Confidence Oko.
And I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching.